Hello, everybody. How are you? Well, I'm going to share a very short video with you to see the poem I Do by Langston Hughes. I know that you're acquainted with some events of his life, and also that you have read about Harlem Renaissance. So I'm going to mention some main events for you for us to contextualize and to have them as tools when it comes to read the poem and to spot some very important aspects of the poem in itself. Well, you know that Langston Hughes was born in 1901 in Joplin, in Missouri. There you have a map that illustrates its location. And well, his poetry is immersed within the context of this movement, Harlem Renaissance. I'm going to base these pinpoint or these few aspects I'm going to be mentioning here on the text by Jones, The Poetry of the Harlem Renaissance, that you have on campus and that I know that you have read. So we need to take into account, first of all, that Harlem Renaissance was a movement that it was located in Harlem, basically, even though it permeated other cities within the USA, but it's located basically in Harlem because of this internal migration of Afro-American citizens who moved there. And at the same time, it was a big community, a big Afro-American community, which was close to New York, this epicenter of this cultural epicenter, but also because in New York there were these publishing houses and editors who could facilitate the production of literature. So, in terms of its movement, we need to say that the poetry of Harlem Renaissance attempted to capture the perspective of African American writers within the context of the modern world. The central themes that these poets explored within their own production were basically topics of history, identity, community, race, class, gender, and heritage. There is a very strong attachment between Harlem Renaissance and modernism. When we talk about the modernist movement, we need to compare it also and to see the influences that the Irish and the British and the American modernist movement had within Harlem Renaissance. Which were these features that they shared? Well, they mainly shared some formal features of modernism, that is, fragmentation, the multiple voices in their narrative, the technique of the stream of consciousness, the non-linear narrative pattern, and the language being highly experimental. But it's not that Harlem Renaissance just attached its poetry to these features and that they respected them straight away. They incorporated these features, that is all right, but at the same time they transformed and challenged the themes and certain features of the modernist movement. They challenged also the techniques and the strategies because they wanted to convey African American experience, which was quite innovative, and that was the plus, the addition to these movement. So, the poetry of the Harlem Renaissance conveyed and incorporated elements of the Black heritage in the USA, and it also incorporated, in terms of language, the Black vernacular That is the African American English or the Black English. It also found in blues and jazz rhythms appropriate material to use in the poetry, not only in terms of musicality but also in terms of the tone. And also there is a very strong oral tradition incorporating the old and the antique tradition of storytelling, which is so relevant and so important in the Afro-American culture and circle. Well, that is how we are going to analyze this video. First of all, we are going to be working with I Too, the poem by Langston Hughes, which was published in 1926, and we're going to be analyzing it into different layers. First of all, we are going to concentrate on the formal structure and formal pattern of the poem in itself. Then we are going to go into the themes that the poem evokes, the allusions of the poem, and in the last part of this video we are going to be working and trying to find connections, traces with the American literary tradition to show that there is a dialogue within it. So let's go to the poem itself. First of all, I'm going to read it, and we will be seeing the structure at a more superficial level, not because it's minor, but superficial because it's at the level of the structure, right? What we can see, and then we will move into the themes and the evocations. Well, the poem starts. I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody will dare say to me, "It's in the kitchen," then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America. So, looking at the structure of the poem, it's short, it looks simple at first sight. Now we are going to see some of the complexities of it. You see that there are 5 stanzas. I have spotted them on the poem, but we see that they are not regular stanzas. They do not share the same length. That is because stanzas are irregular. You also see that there is no fixed pattern in the stanzas. Also, you might see, and you might have heard, that there is no specific rhyme pattern. That is another part and another characteristic that this poem has. So the poem has 3 verses, no specific length within each line and within each stanza, and also there is no fixed rhyme pattern, or there is no rhyme at all. So those are some of the characteristics that the structure has. In terms of themes, well, even though it's a very simple poem in terms of language, it evokes images and certain ideas on segregation that the Afro-American community had to endure. The poem starts saying, I too sing America. We have here the verb sing, yes, as a way to evoke the musicality that poems have. I'm singing America. I'm too. I I'm part of that America. I too represent that America. That I to compose. I'm a component. Yes, I'm a part of it. So within this big umbrella term that national identity is, I am part of it. I belong to it. And that is reinforced in the same line, which respects the same pattern at the end of the poem. I too am America. Yes, I am. Using the power that the verb to be has here. I am part of it. But okay, yes, I'm the dark brother, the second stanza says. I'm the dark brother. I'm part of this black community that they send me to eat in the kitchen. They, the owners, the masters. I cannot eat at the table with them. When company comes, I have to leave. But there in the kitchen, I laugh because I know that I will grow strong. By eating, I will grow strong. And tomorrow, evoking the future, yes, the future with a hope, with a sense of hope, I will be at that table. And nobody dare say to me to be or to go to the kitchen, because I will be part. I will belong. The idea of belonging is present in this poem. I will be part of it. And not only I will be part of it, but they will see me. They will spot my beauty, yes, as a human being, yeah. That is much connected to the time of the civil rights movement, where these new voices appear to defend their own rights. So the poem ends with a very tight and closed ending, coming back to the beginning. I not only sing America, I sing it, but at the same time, I am America. So, as a way to summarize the themes, we can discuss within this poem the idea of segregation and oppression of the Afro-American community. The poem brings at stake the topic of equality, the idea of belonging, to be part of it, within this big umbrella term, as I have said before, of national identity. And to try to close this brief analysis of the poem, I would like to bring Walt Whitman and Song of Myself to see this dialogue between Hughes and Whitman. The first stanza of Song of Myself says, I celebrate myself and sing myself, and what I assume you shall assume, for every atom belonging to me as good belongs to you. So the I is present. Whitman is addressing himself. That I is repeated in I too. I too. It's the individual. It's me as being part of it. I too, I belong. I too am America. And also the reflexive pronoun is present both in both poems. And Whitman says on stanza 51, do I contradict myself? Well, very well then. I contradict myself. I am large. I contain multitudes. This I contain all the versatile identities that is America. So, well, we could extend on these relationship, but okay, for the sake of this short video, I will leave it to you. Try to focus on these aspects and to go deeper on them on both poems. Well, thank you.